Thanks so much for coming down. We're all here because we've had an experience with mental ill health, either personally or with our families. Do you want to share your experience, Tim?
I was diagnosed with bipolar 2, so I've been kind of living with that for the last probably 18 months.
So how did you find out?
It was actually through Melbourne Water requesting that I get a psychiatric assessment, knowing that I had depression for such a long time. And yeah, that was the big turning point, getting that diagnosis, because it was when I was able to get some relief and the right treatment.
It's great, Tim. Yeah. Julie, you've got a perspective in terms of mental health, don't you?
Yes, I have a sister who lives with schizophrenia. She was diagnosed in the late 90s, and at that time people didn't really want to talk about it.
Do you think a lot's changed since, especially around stigma, over the last 20, 25 years?
Thankfully, absolutely. People are talking more openly and honestly. Politicians, sports people.
Us.
I mean, 1 in 5 have an experience with a mental illness, and the more we open the conversation about it, the more we share, and then other people feel comfortable enough to normalise their experience and kind of reach out.
Actually acknowledging it and actually learning your triggers and getting to come to terms with it is the best way to actually battle it.
How do you think Melbourne Water's helped you in that journey?
Oh, enormously. From that original psychiatric assessment to just helping with return to works, allowing me time to go and get treatment, offering support with psychologists and allowing me to have secondments into different roles, it was just massive.
I think our desire at Melbourne Water is to ensure that, psychological injury and illness is treated the same as physical injury and illness, and kind of create that understanding that it is normal, that it is okay to talk about it, and that you can get help just as easily for this as you can for a broken arm.
Thanks, Michelle. And just if you wouldn't mind sharing your experience with mental health?
Sure. So last year I had, an extended brush with anxiety that saw me have panic attacks almost every day. It crept up on me, and working with a psychologist, I realised that it really traced back to the fact that my son was suicidal, and that was something very, very painful, very difficult, very stressful. We got him some help, but I struggled afterwards for a long time with what that meant for me as a person, my fear for him, worry about our family, and so it took a long time for me to be able to function properly, and I needed help to do that.
One thing was really important for me was putting my hand up when I wasn't okay. You guys were nice enough to sort me out. In 5 months, it's turned my life around. Happy to go to work every day and really enjoying it.
That's what I really like about Melbourne Water. There are so many programs to get involved in to look after your health, like the Fit 24, the Bring Your Dog to Work, all those sorts of things that are acknowledging your physical and mental health. Really important, and will help you perform better in your role at work.
Yeah, to be as well as you can be, right? I think that willingness to share, and also having the courage and the integrity to actually say to someone, are you okay, in a way that reaches them. And Are You Okay Day isn't just one day a year, it's every day. It should be every day at Melbourne Water. We recently did some health checks at Melbourne Water, and it turns out that our greatest health issue at Melbourne Water is not diabetes, it's not heart disease, it's actually depression and anxiety.
Yeah, right.
So we have the power, I think, to help people. And what would your advice be to others about approaching someone you think's not okay?
Just be kind. Yeah, just be kind to them.
I would encourage everyone to, take that first step and think about whether they need help. Thank you so much for being so generous, sharing your experiences with mental health, and we hope your sister continues her journey for wellness, and that you remember to fit your own oxygen mask before helping others. And Tim, thank you for being so gracious about sharing your story. I know it's been hard, a difficult journey for you, and I think your honesty will inspire many other people to potentially get help early and come forward. So thank you very much.